to talk about income tax. And if you thought that sales tax was bad, you will not believe income tax. Sales tax is roughly usually about 7 to 8%, somewhere in there, at least for California. Income tax can be as high as 37%. And before you get,
is that a good thing or a bad thing?
well, you're paying 30% of your income in taxes. So can you please close the game? Thank you. Some people view that as not a very positive thing. But you also have to take into consideration where that money's going. Okay, that money is going towards all kinds of government programs. It basically pays for everything. So when I think of when I'm paying my income taxes, you guys don't get charged. Your family doesn't get charged for you to come to school. The buildings, the teachers, the staff, we all get paid by the government. This building was built with government money, with our tax money. So when I think about all the money that I'm paying in income taxes, I think, well, that's going towards my kids' education. That's going towards the roads I drive on. That's going towards somebody who might be having a hard time and needs a little government assistance for a little while. Yeah?
Don't you get X amount of money like when kids come to school? I feel like if you're going to school,
You mean the school gets paid per student?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about income tax today. First, you need to know what gross income is. It's not gross like yucky, okay? Gross income is the money earned before taxes and other deductions. So maybe you get hired at a job and your pay is $17 per hour. That is your gross income. That is how much you make before the taxes and other deductions are removed from your paycheck. Okay, now let's talk about net income. If the gross income is before, the net income is after all of that is taken out. So the net income is the amount of money earned after taxes and other deductions. Okay. So let's talk about income tax now. We've already talked about it a little bit just in the intro to this lesson, but let's go ahead and write the definition here so that we have it. So income tax is the amount of money deducted from a person's income. Okay, you all right. Okay, some of you are going to ruin it for everybody. I let you guys keep your computers open because I know that you have your homework up, and when you have a spare moment, you may take a look at some of your homework problems. But some of you, I'm habitually having to close your games and other homework assignments. Some people are trying to work on some ELA thing. Some people are playing Tetris and Mario and something else with like clicking and things. So if I keep having to close all these games down while I'm trying to teach, I'm gonna make you guys go yellow on your computers and push them out of the way while we're doing notes. So please don't ruin it for your classmates, okay? Keep the games off your computer if you wanna still have the privilege of having your computers out in front of you, okay? All right, so, okay, I wanna tell you, I wanna explain taxes to you, income taxes, okay? And I want you to know, get a general idea of how much people pay in income taxes. So if you make between $0 and about $10,000, you're gonna pay 10% in taxes, income taxes. So 10% of your income goes straight to the government. You never see it. You'll get your check, and underneath your check will be your check stub that has all the information that says, this is how much went to your income taxes, okay? And there will be other deductions too. Now, if you make between around $10,000 to about $40,000, your tax rate is 12%. If you make between $40,000 and $85,000, your tax rate is 22%. So almost a quarter of your income. If you make between $85,000 and $163,000 roughly, that's 24%. If you make between $160,000 and $207,000, you pay 32%. Between $207,000 and $518,000, 35%. And more than $518,000 is 37%. Yes?
What kind of job pays that much money?
It totally depends. But, you know, if you're like the CEO of a company or, yeah, there's definitely careers out there that do.
Bill Gates, Warren Buffett.
You wouldn't. That's why you're going to go to college and get an education, right? And do a job that you love for a good amount of money. All right. Now, it's not as straightforward as that, though. Okay, so those are the we call it tax brackets, okay? And for the sake of this class, we're gonna keep it super simple. I'll just give you a percentage that the income tax is and you'll calculate it, okay? But in reality, if you make zero, so the first $10,000 that you make roughly, you only pay 10% income tax on that. Then the next amount of money is about $10,000 to $40,000. On that amount of your income, you pay 12%. So it's not all lumped together. These are tax brackets. So you pay 10% on this chunk of your income. You pay 12% on this chunk of your income, and then this, roughly, you pay 22% on. Yes, Colin?
What is this per month, per year?
Well, it actually doesn't matter whether it's per month or year, because it will be the same. If you pay this per month, you basically pay it per paycheck. But if you're paying this per month, 10% per month. This is actually, sorry, I understand your question now. This is annual. So if you're only making $9,000 a year, you're only paying 10%. But if you're making $30,000 a year, you're going to pay 10% on the first $10,000, and then 12% on the rest. I know it's got a lot of questions, Macy.
What about like hourly wage jobs?
Same thing, because your income will be totaled. Your gross income will be totaled, and then based on where you land on there, you'll pay that percentage of taxes. Yes.
Okay, so like, So like, in the example you said, like, you said $9,000, would we get deducted 10% or would we get 10%?
You get deducted 10%.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's a good question. I should be more specific. Chris?
So like, even if you only made like, 2,000, let's say for example, if you make 40,000, you pay 12%, but then if someone makes like 42,000, they have to pay 10 more percent.
No, not exactly. That's a great question though. Okay, you're gonna pay 12% on $30,000. You're gonna pay 10% on about $10,000. And then that extra $2,000 will be deducted 22%. Just that $2,000. So this is how it really works, but for the sake of this class, we're gonna use a straight percentage. Lots of really good questions, you guys.
What's a straight percentage?
Like
It means it's,
7, 12.
yeah, I'll just say the income tax rate is 23% or 25% or 30%. I won't give you, it won't be complicated like it actually is in real life. Okay. All right, let's continue on. Okay, so I have a great little drawing that I like to do to help you understand gross income and net income, because these are the two terms that get confused all the time. Okay, so what I do is I actually draw a net, like a fishing net. Okay. Oh, I need my green marker for money. Okay, so let's say that your gross income, okay, you've got all this money, is up here. Okay, so what goes into the net is considered your gross income. So let's say you get hired on a job and your boss says you're gonna make $60,000 a year. Okay, now you don't get to keep all that money because you're gonna have to pay income taxes. You're gonna have other deductions too, like Social Security. So that money gets taken out of your check each month, and then when you are old enough, like your retirement age, you get that money back in checks monthly to help you survive. Yes? It's a government program where you pay into it each month. So an amount of your check gets deducted each month, but then when you retire, when you're older, the government pays that back to you. So it's a government program to help the elderly, basically the older community, the retirement age, survive. Yeah.
So if you make a lot of money early on, then you have a really early retirement, they're just gonna pay you throughout like the rest of your lifetime?
I don't know. You might have to be a certain age, but I don't actually know how old you would have to be. Yes, sir.
What if the money runs out?
Well, then they stop giving you checks.
No, I don't think it does. But I could be wrong about that. I'll have to check and see. Yeah, that would be a bummer if you're like, I'm still alive and I have no more money left. But I don't think that's how it works. All right. Now what happens is your gross income, it goes into the net. Okay? And some of that money stays in there. So this is like the government and other deductions. Okay, so some of the money gets stuck in the net, and then the rest falls through the net.
I like it.
Yeah. So we can say that this money that got stuck in the net is like your income tax and your other deductions. And what's left, what you keep after all this is withheld, is considered your net income. Okay. Another way that you can remember gross income is like, it's gross that you don't get to keep all that money, right? Okay, think of it that way. And net income is what you have after your income taxes and other deductions right here. They get stuck in the net like that. All right, let's do an example problem with income tax. Okay, so Steven's salary is $4,500 per month. He pays 23% in income tax. What is Steven's net income? Here's something. Okay. All right. I want to, like always, I want to do a variety of strategies for solving these, just so that everyone can be exposed to them. So let's go back to our tried and true proportions. This always works if you set it up right. And it seems like you guys are very good at proportions. Okay. So we want to find out basically what 23% of 4,500 is, okay? So I'm going to cross multiply and divide. Okay, so he is going to be paying $1,035 in income tax. So let's see how much he has left for his net income. So his gross income is $4,500. We just calculated that his income tax that he's going to have to pay is $1,035. So we're going to subtract that out. Okay, and what Stephen is left with, his net income, is $3,465. No, not really. I just take a shortcut on my calculator.
And how come it gets to negative?
It doesn't. Okay. So what we can say is Stephen's net income is $3,465. Okay. Now, if you wanted to do this with a decimal instead of setting up proportions, let's talk it through. If his income is deducted by 23%, how much does he get to keep?
Can you rephrase that?
Okay, so we have $4,500. If he's paying 23% in income tax, how much of his income does he get to keep? Say it out. 77%. So we can multiply this by 0.77. Okay, so 4,500 times 0.77. And voila, it's done all in one step. Okay, now this right here is going to be Stephen's net income. If the question asked for how much in sales tax or income tax he pays, then you wouldn't want to use 77%. You would want to use the 23%. And you would also get $1,035. $35. Okay, so if you want to use decimals, this is how you can do it. If you're finding out how much his net income will be, you can multiply by 0.77. If you want to find out how much he's paying in income tax, that's 0.23. Okay? Yes, ma'am?
So for the 4,500 times 0.77, what are we trying to figure out? For that?
You're trying to figure out how much income he gets to keep. Yeah.
Is that just easier for him to do?
Yeah, because that's what we found out here, but we set up a proportion, we subtracted and did all that work to find the net income, or you can do it all in one step, like this. Any questions for me? Are you guys okay on this? You understand?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to let you get started on your homework then. Please let me know if you have questions.